What screams I'm a man-child but nobody realize it. Unnecessary bragging about amateur hobbies or interests. Shit like I was told that I'm better than the average professional at such and such, or I was once doing said interest, and an expert in said interest wasn't even able to keep up with me. Specifically, the bragging is a great indicator because it shows an insecurity in something that they are good at, and it makes you really worrying about how insecure they are about things they are bad at. Driving a truck when you have no reason to own one or never haul anything. Middle-aged Suburani with their F350 dually in the driveway of that tree-less housing edition in some shitty suburb of an American city. This is actually a relatively new trend in modern American society. Men all the way up to the 90s would buy sedans to get around because that's all they needed. Had no reason to show off. If all the guys traded these diesel trucks in for something more economical, it would literally drop the price of our grocery bills. Slamming cheap beer booze by themselves or trying to outdrink his buddies. Nothing more juvenile or unsexy than a grown man past his mid-20s, and is completely shit-faced, blackout drunk, especially when he isn't even celebrating anything. Bonus points if he has kids, and is so out of control he needs a woman to take care of him to make sure he doesn't aspirate on his puke or piss the bed. Not realizing that anger is an emotion as well. Basically will berate others for crying or whatever, or shame women for expressing emotions and not controlling them, and then scream at the smallest inconvenience. Yeah, no, that's on you. Not saying men have to control those emotions, though that's not good if extreme, just pointing out the hypocrites. Can't take care of yourself, don't know how to dress, how to cook, how to keep your house clean, and do all the other adult things without a parental figure. You're an adult in arrested development. You may say that everyone knows this. To many people on this website do not. Changing their personality, and women are around. We can tell when men try to be outgoing, and it almost always is a turn-off. Most older men who are truly confident and proud of themselves act the same no matter who is around. Having a room that you call a man cave ... den, entertainment room, rumpus room, all suitable alternatives that suggest you're not just a product of someone sticking a child on a copy machine and hitting enlarge. Spending several hours a day posting on social media or on video games, refusing to do anything after work because they're tired, not having good personal hygiene, shower, brush teeth, put on deodorant, specifically overly relying on the women in his life, inability to generate and maintain healthy and honest relationships with women, being a nitpick about body hair on women, not knowing how to cook. So many men replying to other comments with I do this thing, so I'm a man-child now. I think we can add inability to tell when something applies to your specific situation to the list. Buying a ridiculous car vehicle for self-perceived status, and its monthly payments are almost a month's rent, so they still live with their parents. Priorities are way out of whack. When mommy shows up periodically to do their laundry, clean their apartment and bring some groceries. Trust me, I've seen this happen with guys in their mid-20s. Pathetic. Having expensive toes, but not able to absorb a single unexpected pill. Also, let's rephrase this as adult child, because women are perfectly capable of being unprepared for life. Be obsessed with an ideology, feminism, racism, Christianism, right, left. It doesn't matter. If you don't have anything else to do, then you are probably living with your parents. Can't do anything. Expects his wife partner to do it for them. Can't cook. Can't do laundry. Can't pick up after themselves. Won't go to the store unless it's for beer. But you're so good at doing X, so it doesn't make sense for me to do it. Even if they haven't tried to do it, or it's something basic, or someone really needs support. Can't say no, stand up to his own parents. Had an ex whose mother was an entitled meddling know-it-all and her two children were not able to set boundaries for her. Can't say no, stand up to his own parents. Had an ex whose mother was an entitled meddling know-it-all and her two children were not able to set boundaries for her. When you say something that bothers hurt you, They start to become defensive and say that you're either delusional or twisting things. Huge MF red flag. Everybody but the man-child in question will notice this. Never owning up to your mistakes, and constantly blaming something else for them. Playing video games. If you're over 30, you should have a nagging voice in your head that prevents you from enjoying video games for more than an hour. Proud of not knowing any household chores, calls female relatives do it for him. Mum drops off lunch or dinner. Wasn't the brag he thought it was. Topics of conversation. If it is nothing but sports and video games, man-child. Throw in the reversed hat and graphic t-shirts, Superman child. Always being in a position of learning and growing. Also, the inability to accept or process ideas, concepts that challenge the norm. Feeling a need to try and isolate others for their own needs or wants. Even if it's just for a game, entertainment, or other stuff. She left out. She was asked to leave back in October, I believe, but waited to the literal last minute to get off her big behind. Wearing your sunglasses backwards on your head. 99.9% of every guy I've ever encountered that did this was an actual man baby. Knowing absolutely nothing about financial markets and being over 25 without at least an IRA with $1 going into SPY every week. Sideways base caps. Bragging about hunting or fishing, cars, or your sports team, the one you watch. Eating while talking. Getting mad about wokeness in video games or movies, which is usually just racism, sexism, transphobia with extra steps. Being upset about fiction, like actually upset that there are gay or black people in Star Wars. Shit like that. Aren't able to handle criticism and gets defensive. Any feedback or suggestions will be seen as an attack. Their explosive emotions are valid even when exaggerated, but yours are never, and you're just dramatic. Prolonging an argument or discussion because you insist on having the last word in order to win. Whoever watches VP Jax Taylor is the living, breathing definition of man-child. Holy shit, man. Adult men becoming completely unhinged about any and everything that they don't want to happen. Someone unironically calling themselves an alpha or sigma. But that should go without saying. I'd imagine saying that in a sign language would have not that many people understanding it. I can't cook anything like it. Isn't easy to stick a YouTuber tutorial on or Google how. My father randomly beats me out to assert dominance. I'd say that's pretty childish. Wearing cargo shorts, oversized t-shirts and backwards baseball caps everywhere. Being unable to accept the reality. Just trying to stick to their dream world. Him getting upset or angry when you confront him about something he did wrong. A grown man getting bent out of shape about a movie show targeted at kids. What screams him? A low-life stalker who needs control validate their existence. When a guy's fridge is stocked with more energy drinks than actual food. I do, and no one takes it seriously. Adulting is hard and I need help. Always handing out advice, but never willing to take any on board. Not helping around the house, expecting women to do everything. Aggressiveness and threatening people with excessive violence. Thinking your partner becomes some sort of property for you. A Ford Raptor. I guess everyone already knows that, though. Feeling the need to outman the other men you are around. Brothers as rolling coal. Also a sign of small dick syndrome. An angry man-child having a tantrum in a soundproof room. How does something scream? But nobody is realizing it. Spending more on a truck than your house down payment. Texting your friends about each new sexual conquest. As a guy, a man that can't keep his emotions in check.